Ladies and gentlemen, welcome today in this edition of The Third Eye. And today I want us to discuss something that has been eating me up. Um, it's a bit controversial, it's a bit out of the box, but this is a long game that some of the political players might be playing. And of late, we've noticed the dragging of the deputy chief of the defense forces, Lieutenant General Francis Ogolla, into the IBC saga. In Chebukati's affidavit, and he mentioned, I think, either Chebukati or one of the respondents mentioned Ogolla, and he said that he was one of the people that tried to influence the outcome of this election. Um, but there's a twist to all this, and most of the people are missing the real picture while concentrating on the politics and shenanigans about IBC and the results. And in analyzing this end game and the long game that Ruto and his team are playing, what comes to my mind are the Tonje rules. So today I want us to discuss the Tonje rules. I'll tell you what are the Tonje rules for those who don't know. I'll tell you why they're called the way they're called. Tell you what they mean. I'll tell you how they came about, and I tell you why Ruto is fighting Ogolla. But viewers, before I do this, if you're watching and you haven't subscribed, kindly please subscribe, like, share, and comment, because by doing that, you are promoting this channel, you are growing this channel. Uh, um, and I want to thank those of you who are watching and have subscribed. Thank you so much for getting me here. And before I start, please comment below and tell me if you understand the Tonje rules and what they mean and the relation with those rules and what is happening now, even as I explain it. So, what are the Tonje rules? The Tonje rules, number one, they got their name from the former chief of the defense forces, Lieutenant Tonje, General Tonje, who was the chief of the military during the Moi times. And General Tonje ensured that he came with a raft of proposals, a raft of rules that were adopted as military rules that were very deep and very drastic, to the point that it affected the change of guard at the top of the military. Um, and number one of number one, the Tonje rules ensured that the promotions in the military were based on academic performance. So General Tonje set out to ensure that the military promoted its personnel based on academic performance only. Number two, Tonje disbanded the Women Corps paving a way for women to be included in the mainstream of the army. I think that was not happening. Yes, the women were in the forces, but they were restricted in a segregated group called the Women Corps, and they did not enjoy most of the perks or most of the benefits that their men counterpart enjoyed. And if any woman would get pregnant or married, he would relinquish his position or his job with the army and go home and raise her family. So, by repealing a rule that banned women from leading commands in units where men were based, and also allowing army women to marry, trashing the notion that women uh, could not balance work and family. All that was the work of General Tonje. And again, another rule that General Tonje brought in was lobbying for the creation of Defense Staff College and the Defense Forces Medical Insurance Scheme. These are some of the changes that initiated that have been enjoyed and felt by our men and women in uniform up to now. Um, he also introduced the service rotation in the Chief of General Staff of the Defense Forces among the three services. That is the Kenya Army, the Navy, and the Kenya Air Force, which is very key to our discussion today. And as a result of the rotation pattern, this is how Moi picked the successor of General Tonje, which was General Kibwana, who was from the Navy, and he was later succeeded by General Jeremiah Kianga, who is from the Kenya Army, and later Karangi, who was from the Air Force. Um, so and I think later he was succeeded by the Mwadede, who was from the Navy again, and then Mwadede was succeeded by the current Chief of General Staff, General Kibochi. And so it is the turn of um, the Kenya Air Force once again, and currently General Kibochi is deputized by General Ogolla, who is the Deputy Chief of the Defense Forces. And therein lies the reason why General Ogolla is being persecuted and is being hunted by the political animals and political witch hunts that you see being thrown his way. By these changes that were brought about by General Tonje, he succeeded in cutting off the political influence that was rampant during the past appointments of the Chief of General Staff and other senior army appointments. These rules ensured that there was order and there was uh, 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 systematic promotion approach or appointments at these positions. And the last raft of measures that Tonje instituted was he introduced the payment, or rather, a salary system that ensured that the army men and women received their pay through bank accounts, contrary to how they used to get their money by queuing for their salaries in their military camps and bases. Um, so at one point, when after General Tonje had instituted these rules. Um, and Moi um, had at some point tried to step in and stop the implementation of these um, changes and reforms in the men and women of uniform. And to Moi, they seemed too radical, and I think he felt like it took the powers to appoint the person he wanted in whatever top military position from him. So I think he tried to stop it for selfish reasons. But General Tonje stood his ground and told him that uh, he will not do the changes that President Moi had tried to institute. And even at some point, D- General Tonje declined an offer by President Moi to extend his term as Kenya's Chief of Defense Forces by the time he was about to leave. Uh, and by the year 2000, he went out on retirement. So that is why these changes or these reforms are known as the Tonje Rules. And the military has stuck with them and stuck with the tradition and stuck with the reforms ever since. Now, this is one, or rather, the main reason why Lieutenant General Francis Ogolla is being fought, is being um, persecuted, and his rather quiet life is being now politicized by the political hawks that are trying to deal and try and control the military succession that is imminent with the new um, um, incoming government. That is, if he wins the Supreme Court. So let's examine why Lieutenant General Ogolla is on the limelight now, and why now. Uh, um, Having given you the background of the General Tonje rules. Francis Omondi Ogolla was promoted by President Uhuru Kenyatta on 23rd July 2021 and appointed Vice Chief of the Defense Forces. He is decorated officer and a former Kenya Air Force commander, a position he held for about 3 years. And going by the Tonje rules, he is poised as the next commander of the three service, the three arms of the Kenya Army, so to say. That is the Kenya Air Force, the Kenya Navy, and the Kenya Army. According to me, this does not sit well with Ruto if he wins the presidency, or rather, if he has sense to the presidency. Um, and going by Ruto's history, um, he seems to be very comfortable working with people from his tribe. If you go back to 2013, when they split the government with President Uhuru, Uhuru made appointments that cut across the country, but he concentrated his appointments to his Kalenjin uh, um, part of the country. Ruto is very uncomfortable that Ogolla, being a Luo, is poised to be the next CDF, that is chief of the defense forces, to succeed General Kibochi. And the fact that the Tonje rules takes away his powers to appoint whoever he wants and only leaves him with a slim maneuvering space uh, for him to just appoint and name um, whoever is in line without bypassing that person. So he is instituting um, some moves to ensure that Ogolla is pushed off so that it gives him room to appoint the next CDF who is who makes him feel more secure and who will ensure he tightens a grip to the to the power that he'll be handed over to. And of importance to note is that all presidents, including President Moi, respected the Tonje rules, and Ruto is just finding a way to push the good general out of the way. Having gotten where he is through quote unquote a fraudulent process, Ruto, or anyone for that matter, would not trust an army led by someone from the tribe which it is believed he stole the election from. My critical thinking is that Ruto will do everything in his power to end the good general's career by throwing all kinds of manufactured dirt to the general and in the process throwing him under the bus for his own expediency. If Ogolla was at Bomas, he was in there in his capacity as the member of the NSAC, that is the National Security Advisory Committee, and was within all his rights to be there. And he was alone. He was not alone, and didn't go there because he was partisan or anything. He has always led a quiet life and out from the political shenanigans. Um, that's my take about this Ogolla issue. I know it's radical and controversial, but it is the reality. You only need to look at Ruto's history to understand his moves and interpret them correctly. People are fixated with the current happenings at IBC and the Supreme Court, but Ruto is already looking ahead and making some chess moves that only that people might come to realize much later what he's doing now, and that is what is eating Azimio right now. What do you think? Do you agree or disagree? Comment below. Tell me your thoughts. Like, share, and subscribe. And I repeat again, it is by doing so that this channel gets to grow. And your subscription, your liking, your sharing helps this channel to grow. And thank you so much for those who have subscribed. See you another time.